Nerite snails are by far the best natural algae control for hard algae that you would find in your aquarium. And come on, let's be honest, their colors are absolutely stunning. So today we're going to have a closer look at these, but first let me put them in the aquarium so we can truly see their absolutely awesome color.
A few moments later.
Okay, great, they're in, they're happy, so let's move on. So today we're going to talk about Nerite snails in general and focusing on the ones that you see here. We've been able to get some Nerites from time to time, and I can honestly say that there is no other snail that comes close to the amount of algae these guys can go through. They just don't stop eating algae. Off of glass, off of your hardscape, off of everything. Nerite snails are part of the Neritidae family, which consists of over 200 species. Nerite snails are widespread across the world, and in nature you'll mainly find them on hard substrates such as rocks and driftwood. You'll find them in rivers and streams, lakes, lagoons, ponds and mouths of rivers. Nerite snails are used to changing water and salinity levels, so they can live without any problems in freshwater or brackish water aquariums, some even in salt water. Now we'll look at some of the types of Nerites that we get. First up is the Zebra Nerite snail. It's probably one of the most common ones that we find. The color ranges between an intense golden yellow and a light brown. The variety of dark bands give the zebra snail its characteristic appearance. Then next up we've got the red Racer snail, and it's the first time that we've owned some of these. I must say the color is absolutely exceptional. The red Racer is probably the rarest of all the Nerites to get. Color varies from intense red to yellow to black. The patterns differ from racer to racer, and I've never seen two red Racers with the same color or same pattern. They are all unique. Next up we have the Tiger Nerite snail. It's got an amber color and black spots of stripes that resemble a tiger, hence the name Tiger Nerite. And last but not least we've got the black Racer Nerite, also known as the black military helmet Nerite. It's got a beautiful ebony color, and it's also one of the few ones that doesn't have a smooth shell. The care of Nerite snails is relatively easy. All Nerite snails are detrivores and herbivores, and they are by far the most efficient algae eaters out of all aquarium snails. They really like soft algae, green spot algae, green dust algae, hair algae, brown algae, and they are even known to eat blackbeard algae, if no other food sources are available. In a few moments we'll show you how good they clean, and it's not only going to be the glass and the hardscape, but also the plant leaves, roots, and any other decorations that you might have in the tank. They really don't leave any algae behind. But if the algae runs out in the tank, you can always supplement their diet with algae wafers or blanched vegetables such as zucchini or carrots, or any other vegetables that you might feed your shrimp. Unfortunately, supplemental food is not their favorite, and it takes time for them to become used to it. But in a pinch, this will help you a lot, as I cannot overstate enough how fast these guys go through algae. Fortunately, unlike other aquarium snails, the Nerites will leave your aquatic plants alone even if they are very hungry. And we all know if you eat a lot, you're going to poop a lot. But your shrimp will absolutely love that. Snail poop has bacteria in it that's good for the shrimp's digestive system, and it will also improve plant growth. If you do decide to get some, you're going to need about 1 per 20 to 40 liters of water. That translates to every 10 gallons. Or if it's really severe algae, you're going to need it at 1 per 10 liter. That's about 3 gallons. Nerite snails can live in a wide range of tank parameters, where the pH level can be anything from 6.5 to 8.5, and a temperature between 20 and 28 degrees. But the harder the water, the better it is for the Nerite's shells. Also keep a special eye on the ammonia, nitrate and nitrite levels. As with other inverts, spikes can be deadly. Also keep away from medications that contains copper. Special care should also be taken when using products that kill Hydra and Planaria. When adding Nerites to your tank, it's always a good idea to put them the right side up and don't just dump them in. As the older a Nerite gets, the harder it is for them to right themselves. Now I didn't drop this Nerite in, it was actually laying next to two others, and when they started moving, they flipped him over. But at least now we got a good shot of the trap door of the Nerite Snail. The trap is there for protection, but also to enable them to spend extended times outside of the water, and Nerites love doing this. You'll often find them above the water line or completely outside your tank. When this happens, just return them safely to the aquarium. As you can see, the trap door protected the Nerite for an extended period while these assassin snails try to gang up on it. If a Nerite lays on its back for extended periods or doesn't move in the water for extended periods, remove it, smell it. If there is no smell, return it to the water, but if there is an odor, it has unfortunately passed. This to give you an idea of how the Nerites eat and clean your aquarium. As you can see, they're moving forward and they are moving their mouths from side to side, leaving an almost, I would say, ripple effect on your glass. As you can see, this is not completely clean, but after a few passes over, they will clean it completely. And to show you how determined they are to get their food, they will climb to the tippy top of the water line to get to that algae, and they will even burrow into your substrate to get their favorite food. This is my shrimp cull tank, and it's a 4-foot 380 litre or 100 gallon tank. This is on day 1. As you can see, there's a lot of algae. I added 7 Nerites and they started cleaning.
The next morning.
And this shot is now on day 2. As you can see, they went through quite a lot of algae. And if you ever have an issue like this, do think about getting them. Breeding Nerite snails is unfortunately not easy. The fact that they are not hermaphrodites as most other aquarium snails doesn't help. You're going to need a male and a female, and unfortunately there is no easy way in determining sex. By looking, you can't tell the difference between a male and a female. They are all the same size and same color. So to increase the chances of you being successful in breeding, you're going to need at least 5 to 6 Nerites. Breeding is probably one of the few cons of keeping Nerites. When breeding has taken place, Nerites will lay eggs all over your tank. Usually this is on the harder surfaces, but can also be on aquarium plant leaves. The eggs resemble sesame seeds and in some instances can be quite an eyesore, but over time they do disappear. Fortunately and unfortunately, these eggs won't hatch in fresh water, and this is where Nerite snails share similarities with Hamano shrimp. After the egg stage, there is a larva stage, and in the larva stage, the Nerites as well as the Hamano need either a marine or brackish setup. We attempted this in the past, but unfortunately our water quality wasn't good enough. And this is now where you, our viewers, come in. We made the decision to set up a marine tank. But what's the fun in setting up a marine tank just to get to the water? So we decided we're going to add some inverts to the marine setup as well. And we would like to know if you, our viewers, would be interested in seeing this whole process as well. Not only on the Nerite breeding and the Hamano breeding, but also possibly the setting up of the marine tank and stocking it. Because I'm totally new to marine aquaria, I'll have to keep it as simple as possible. And after speaking with the guys at RBM and a few friends online, I decided to start off with skunk cleaner shrimp and maybe 1 or 2 other inverts. At the end of the day, this is also going to be a new learning process for me, but I think keeping with the inverts even if it's salt water, can be very fun for the channel. If you would like to see this happen, please comment Marine +1 in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching to the end, we really appreciate it. And if you like this video and would like to see more like them, please like, subscribe, hit that bell and share this video. Thanks and goodbye.